So often our whole Decembers are filled with activity. They're filled with parties and with present wrapping and with anticipation and time with family and then for those of us who celebrate Christmas, the day after it's done and there's nothing to look forward to. My son Sam leaves tomorrow. He goes back to Maine where he's living and it's kind of done. And I know for me that I can sometimes, settle into kind of a funk that, it's like, oh, there's nothing to look forward to and sort of getting sad about that. And I am reminded of the Native American medicine wheel, the idea that we move through these cycles and the importance of really acknowledging these cycles. I talked about the fall in an earlier video when we were in the fall. And this is the winter time, which is the time of integration. It's that time, the sleep time, our nighttime dreaming. It's the time that we've taken the whole year and we've, learned all these things. We've had all this activity. And the winter time is that time to integrate all that we've learned, whether that's a study lesson or whether that's just a lesson in life, the things that have come to us and integrating them. And I'd like to have you try something. I want you to take a deep breath and just keep breathing in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Don't let anything out. In. Yes. So we don't work that way, do we? We have to have an in breath and we have to have an out breath. And in Waldorf education, I've also learned that same kind of flow that has to happen in life. A healthy life cannot keep breathing in. We have to have this in breath and an out breath. In the Judeo-Christian traditions, we have, God created for 6 days and then he had a day of rest. And it's been suggested that we keep the Sabbath holy. We keep that seventh day as an out breath, as a time of integration, a time to just, breathe into things, to not be so into the creating and the activity and all the stuff, the making manifest things, but to just be and enjoy the being. I found myself this morning, all the presents had been done and sitting on the sofa doing my morning work. And I just had this feeling, instead of this depression of, Sam's leaving tomorrow and that all the presents are done, and that I just had this feeling of peace, of kind of a joy in the not having to do anything. And I invite you to kind of to take that on, this idea of rest, that we've been active and creating and seeing people and doing. I call it being on. When you're at a party or you're hosting a party and there's so much interaction, and the invert in me. Introvert, that's the word I'm looking for. The introvert in me, it's a lot and I'm tired at the end of the day. And, when we put all of this on, when we're breathing in and in and in and in and not taking that out breath, it's not healthy. And we get sick. We overwhelm our immune system and our mental faculties. So as I was saying with the Waldorf, that we, in a Waldorf education, we have this active experience, this in-breath of activity where we're learning something, and then we have an out-breath that's releasing and joyful, and we're not trying to learn something, but we can just enjoy a playtime. So I invite you this week as you embrace. We have New Year's Eve coming up, but still, as we kind of wind down this year, as we're in the winter time, that time of integration, that you take that out breath that you let yourself have the time of release and just be. Blessings.